Hello crocheters, welcome to part 2 of this Darth Vader corner to corner. Before we start, I would like to put a stitch marker in our bottom right corner, and because we left off on row 8, yes, on row 8, and we're at the bottom, we know that it should be like this. So we need to put a stitch marker up front here so we know where our front is. So let me just grab one of my stitch markers. And when we left off, we were figuring out what our next row would be. So for row 8, we start with 1, 2, 3 black squares. So we can just pick up where we left off and chain 6 right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to double crochet into the 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we know that we can finish these double crochets in the first 2 steps. And that's our 3rd one. Now we're going to flip this part up, and we're going to slip stitch into the chain 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And place 3 double crochet into that chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. Oops. Slip stitch into the next step. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Place 2 double crochets. Start the 3rd one, but do not finish it. So you'll have 2 loops on your hook. Let's set this down and look at our graph. Next we have 1 heather gray. So let's drop our black, bring up our gray. Just remember to tighten it a little bit in case it loosens somewhere along the line. Tie on. Slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, 2 double crochet, 1, 2, start your 3rd but do not finish it, next we have 1 black, oh, not that one, this one. And we're going to drape it across that step so it's about the same length. Slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Do 2 double crochet. 1, 2. Start your third, but do not finish it. And then we're going to finish this row with 2 background colors. So let's grab our background color and remember to drape it across this one. And then tie on. And slip stitch into the step. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. One, 2, and 3 double crochet, slip stitch into the top of the next chain 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Because we're along the edge, we're just going to assume that the rest of this graph is going to be background colors along this edge. So we're just going to place the 3 double crochet in here right away. Okay. Now let's look at our graph real quick. Alright, so on the sides, it's going to be just straight background color. There's no switching of colors, so we can always just finish off the edges. Alright, next we have 1, 2 background color. So let's do our chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the 4th one we're going to place a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then double crochet in those last 2. Grab your worked project, flip it forward, slip stitch into the step, chain 3, and place 2 double crochet in here, and start your 3rd, but do not finish it. Okay. Next on the graph we have 1 black. So we're going to grab our black yarn and let me untangle this real quick. Okay, now that I have all of that untangled, this is going to make it easier. Our next square is the black one, so we're going to grab this black strand, drape it over, tie on, slip stitch into the next one, chain 3, place 2 double crochet and 2, start your 3rd but do not complete it. Alright, our next square is heather gray. So we're just going to grab the strand, drape it over, and tie on. And slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Place 3 double crochet. I'm sorry. 2, Start your third, do not complete it. And then we're going back to the black for 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So we're just going to finish this row up in black. Let's grab this one, bring it over. Slip stitch into the top of this heather gray. Oh, okay. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Place 3 double crochet. Slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochet, slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochet, slip stitch, chain 3, three double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Don't finish the third, we need to check our graph. Alright, the next square on our graph is black. So we can finish this one. And we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the fourth one, you're going to place a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Start your third one in that last chain. Do not complete it. So this is where it's a little confusing. There are a couple white squares. You can either make those white, so like grab a ball of white yarn and just tie on for those 3 spots, or you could continue those in heather gray. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm following the graph, so I'm going to grab a ball of white. Because there's only a couple squares of white, I'm grabbing the smallest ball that I have. Alright. So you're going to tie on with the white, or continue with the heather gray, whichever you decide to do. So you're just going to drape it over, and you're going to pull through. And you're going to grab this worked project and flip it up. Working over the tail, you're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 from the last black. Chain 3, 3 double crochet. Don't finish the third one. There's 1, I'm sorry, let's back up a little bit. I'm just looking at my graph, and it looks like pretty much this entire section for the next row is black. So we're going to want to bring our black up. So we're going to go back into that third one, tie on the white, if I can get my end. Flip your work up, and we're going to crochet over the black as well. Slip stitch into the top, chain 3, place 2 double crochet, start the third but do not complete it, drop all of your white, grab your black and tie on. This is why I had you crochet over it. That way we didn't have to fight with the black that's over here or add on more strands. You're going to slip stitch into the next step, chain 3, place 3 double crochet, start your third one but don't finish it. We're going to see how many black squares we need to do. Okay, so we just did the first one. We have 1, 2. All right, we need 2 more, and then we're switching back to heather gray so we can finish this third double crochet. Slip stitch, chain 3, place 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Slip stitch into this one, chain 3, 2 double crochet, start your third, do not finish it. Grab your heather gray and you're going to tie on. Slip stitch into the top of that one. You can drop your black now because we're not going to crochet over that one anymore because we have one right here that we can pick up. So drop that black one. Grab your gray. Slip stitch. Chain 3. Place 2 double crochet. Start your third but do not finish it. So you just did this gray one. Now we have 1 square of black and then 2 background. So let's drop our gray, pick up this black, it just insists on being stubborn today, I tell ya. Okay, tie on with this black. Slip stitch, chain 3, do 2 double crochet, start your third, do not finish it. Grab your background color and bring it over. Slip stitch, chain 3, place 3 double crochet, slip stitch, chain 3, and 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Let's find our corner, and we're going to look and see how this puzzled together. So everything here is what we did here. So we're not even a fourth of the way done yet, but believe it or not, even though it feels like it's taking forever, it's really not that bad. It goes pretty quick when you think about it. The white or whatever color you did here, because we're not going to use one in this area again, I'm just going to snip it off and wrap this ball up and place it to the side. That way I have less strands to tangle. Okay. Now let's come back to this side and look at our graph. For the next row we have 1, 2 background color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. So this row is literally just going to be the background color for the first 2 steps, and the rest of it's black. So we can begin with our chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Double crochet in the 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet in the last 2, and we know we can finish the 3rd one because we know our next step is the same color. And flip your work up, slip stitch into this step, chain 3, place 2 double crochet and start your 3rd, but do not finish it. Now is the fun part. Now we get to start eliminating some of our strands. So because this is the next one we're going to grab this black back here, and we're going to snip it off. And same as before, we're going to put it to the side until we need it again. And we're not using a gray in this round, so we can snip it off and move it to the side. Alright, now we only have 2 strands, our background and the black we're working with. So let's drape it over this one and finish off that double crochet, slip stitch, chain 3, place 3 double crochet, 2 and 3. Oh, what is happening here? Oh, the center came out and was tangling it. Okay. And so we are going to slip stitch into the next one. Chain 3. 3 double crochet. slip stitch into the next one, and chain 3. And you can finish up this row by yourself, and I can meet you at the end of it, because this one is simple. You just chain 3, place 3 double crochets, slip stitch into the next, chain 3. There's no color changing in this one, and I think you guys can manage on your own for this little bit of the row.